What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Then on the left side here, we have Swordsoul, everyone's fan favorite deck here, the old reliable. And on the right side here, we have branded Chimera. You guys saw Sean on the channel yesterday with his updated deck profile. Doing very good, getting first place undefeated. That should be a little bit of a spoiler for this episode here. But before we dive in, for the like, comment, subscribe, helping out the channel a lot. We're on the road to 5K here. Also, big shout outs to Usman on the left. This is his first time playing Swordsoul, first time at a local tournament, and getting top 8 as well with it, being very nice. I think he only lost to Numeralion in the top 8 playoffs. So, that's a little bit. You guys are going to be seeing Numeralion on the channel in the next coming weeks. I know Todd's been cooking up some sweet deck lists there, no pun intended, and yeah, he ended up smoking me as well with it. But you guys will be probably seeing on a POV next week as well, if you guys are interested here. The deck is really weird, but going back into the gameplay, Swordsoul versus Branded here. This is a tale of oldest time, but now we have the Chimera stuff in the Branded deck as well here. Kind of really taking over, not making it as much Branded as it used to be. But we're going to be seeing a die roll here. And it looks like the Chimera deck, or Swordsoul's going to go first here. Okay. So you see a Pot of Desires right off the top. No Ash, so we're going to be drawing 2 cards here. We do see the Heavenly Circle here, as well as the Ashuna. So we could go into like our Monk and then search for any like Mogi or whatever we want to reveal as well. I think we also have Taya in the hand. We're supposed to summon out the Ashuna here. And then we can link away into our copy of the Monk. We can banish to summon out from the deck. We are now officially worm-locked here. Summons out a Tenyi. So we have like either Adhara or we have a Shruda we can summon out here. I don't think it's going to do very much for us, but we will be able to, maybe use it for a blackout. They're going to be Heavenly Circle, tributing it off. We probably should tribute off the Monk there, so we can search whatever we want to. We also have not normal. We do see the DD Crow in the hand. Looking at the banished. Was there a world where he banishes his Mogis and stuff like that as well? There could also be a Taya in the hand there. A few lines of play here. I know the Heavenly Circle is makes it a little bit weird, but we could search for either a Mogi or the Long Yong here. A little bit of a misplay. I don't really know what else they have in hand, which is the issue. But they're going to be summoning out the Adhara here because they didn't tribute off the normal monster, so they're going to be kind of stuck into it. But we're going to link into a Shaman here. And looks like they have Desires once again. Oh, Desires is once. Okay, so they're going to activate the Shaman here, pitch a Desire to say, yeah, you. So I can bring back out the Monk. And then set one and pass here. So maybe that could be a blackout, but I doubt it is. I know he's on Book and the DD Crows. But a little bit of a misplay there. You probably should have tributed off the Monk. And then that'll let you search, I believe. I will let you search or special summon out the Mogi if you wanted it. We had no other worm in hand as a thing, though. We're going to see them special with the Fenrir. They're going to activate Brand Infusion, get hit with Ash Blossom. And then we can activate the effect of Fenrir if we wanted to. And that's going to get hit with an Imperm instead in the middle column there. And, Fenrir is trying to banish the Shaman. We're going to see a Talons to draw 2. We do see a DD Crow in their hand as well. I think a Nib. And the Gazelle. Okay, so Gazelle's very nice here. We're in normal summon of the Gazelle. Activate the effect. Searching us for a Chimera Fusion. Pretty nutty card. Fenrir also being a pretty nutty card here as well. Being able to be a monster on the field. We're going to see the Crow going to be activating here. Banishing the Adhara. So now really just leaving the Vashuda in the grave as the only form of interaction there. They could have banished the Adhara, just add back the Ashuna if they wanted to in the first place, but we're going to see them activate the Chimera Fusion here. They're going to use Albaz as well as the Gazelle to go into a copy of Rinbrum. And then we're going to be seeing Gazelle effects going to activate here. Just add us Quaddle. Quaddle effects going to activate here. Going to add us Mirror Swords Knight. Just being able to deck them is very nice, as well as getting a Quaddle in a graveyard. So when we do summon out, for example, the Gazelle, King of Mythical Beasts, we'll have that target negate. We're going to go battle phase and we're going to attack. I'm not sure why that's the Mirror Swords Knight in the grave there, but I'm going to see it die here. I'm going to see it. There, yeah, we're going to see the Rinbrum attack into the Monk. I thought they were going to try to ban, but I can't do that. It's not a quick effect, unfortunately. But they're going to pass turn on this. Oh, they're realizing the Mirror Swords should not be in grave. Okay. Heavenly Dragon Circle, whatever it's called, has the effect in the graveyard. We only have the DD Crow here. I don't think we can win this one, to be honest. We're going to set one and pass. Oh, no. And we draw into Tikaboo here. We're going to be seeing a normal summon of Mirror Swords Knight, activating the effect here, which can let us summon out the Big Wing Bephomet. Searching for 2 cards here. Very, very nice. Actually, insane. We used to have, Searchers for 1, which was pretty crazy, but now you have 2 Searchers for 2. That's just absolutely disgusting here, so. And then we're going to be activating the effect here of the Guardian Chimera, I guess Chimera Fusion to go into the Guardian Chimera. It's going to be popping, drawing, and then just destroying everything. And they can summon back out the Mirror. And I think that itself is game on board. So we're going to see them going to game 2 here. Not having the best possible here. But, people are still learning the deck. That's something I also want to be pointing out a lot. This is a locals channel as well. We do want to be putting up like semi-competitive content. At the same time, not everyone at locals is competitive, so there'll be some times where there's duels where they're not as competitive as other ones. I was playing on the POV all the time, and like you'll see like 1 or 2 rounds. You can even like get lucky sometimes and play the people who are not as competitive as the rest of us. Well, there's like normally like 10 to 20 people who are like very competitive, regularly competitive people, who are going to events consistently, as well as topping them. So it's important to note that not everybody is as competitive or has the experience of playing. Like I've been playing for like almost not even 10 years. Almost like 5 years competitively, I want to say. Maybe even like maybe 4 or 5. But like the player on the left here, he's like brand new to the game, under a year, been playing, and just being able to pick up another deck and like play. This is his first time playing this deck, so kind of nice. But still making top 8 was very nice for him as well here. But we're gonna be seeing a bunch of siding. And the player on the right, like you guys know Sean, he's been on the channel a few times here, topping, I believe, 3 regionals with Marincess so far, and then numerous other deck profiles on the channel as well. So big shout out to Sean for always helping us out here, and being a great player as well. He's very good with the decks that he plays. He does really want to master any deck he plays. I remember way back when he was playing Trickstar. He's been on lots of different stuff, playing it until he has, pretty much mastered it here. But moving on into game 2, we will be seeing the Swordsoul player going to be choosing to go first once again here. We're going to see Desires off the top, wanting to expand their hand to play with, seeing what the options are here. It's going to resolve, drawing 2. We do see the Mogi and the Vishuda here, checking the graveyard. We do see a spell card, I think Ecclesia there, maybe a few Ashunas. We're going to normal summoning with Mogi here, revealing the Vishuda here, summoning with the token. And we're going to link summon into the Chijao here. Then we're going to get to a 1-2, drawing, and then searching here. Do we search for the Longyong? We do search here for a Longyong. So we will be having the pretty standard board, as well as I think that there's 2 traps in the hand. That could be a blackout as well. So we're going to be summoning a Baron in the extra monster zone, making our opponent take 12. And then we're going to set 3 cards here and pass turn on this. Then during the draw phase, we're going to see an anti-spell here. Now that's pretty nice, to be honest. This is a Swordsoul classic. We're going to be seeing a chain of... is that Chimera Fusion? I'm actually not sure. I can't see it, unfortunately, by the hand. But we are going to ash it. Oh, it's branded opening. Okay. Then in the main phase, special summon out the not Guardian Chimera, what do I say? So summon out the Fenrir here. Fenrir can sort of out this board. We're going to be seeing them normal summon out the Gazelle here. Then they're going to activate the effect. They're going to Chijao negate by banishing the Longyon. Attempt to activate Fenrir. We are going to Baron negate and destroy this. We do see a spell in the hand and an Ash. As well as another Gazelle. Okay. This doesn't look too good here for the Guardian Chimera player here. They're thinking about tagging out the Barone, maybe, for the Mogi. They're not, so they're going to go aim phase, Barone, pop the Brand Infusion here, or the face down, whatever. They're going to go battle phase attack, and then just going to pass turn on this, maybe opening another hand trap. They could have, and they're just going to scoop it up here, rather than they have, Ash and then Gazelle, and having to deal with an anti-spell. We did see the Book of Moon there as well. And then, possibly other hand traps in the hand. It's going to be too much here. Swordsoul can still be extremely reliable. Pretty crazy how like after all these years, I think it's like 3 years that Swordsoul's been out, that people are still playing it to this day. You know, normal summon the Mogi and get the effects. Pretty nice. But moving on into game 3 here, we're going to be seeing the Chimera player going to be choosing to go first. And if we see a Tikaboo, like we do see them sighting in that Tikaboo there, I don't think that Swordsoul actually has a play to beat Tikaboo. Other than, you know, maybe hoping that they do draw like, well, even if they go Vishuda, yeah, no, there's no way because they can't even get Vishuda bounce because they can't get a token on the field. And they can't find a way to link into a monk to get the token onto the field. So, or I guess the non-effect monster. So we pretty much have to pray that we have one of our Cosmics or our Duster in our hand. But they still have they have Quaddle to protect. I always forget about that card. Like, as long as you have the King of Mythical Beasts on the field, and you target a card like to target, you can negate, which is like so crazy when you think about it. But moving on into game 3 here, we're going to be seeing the branded Chimera deck choosing to go first. Will we see the Tikaboo here? We do see the Tikaboo in the hand with a Big King Bephermat as well as a branded opening. And I think that's Chimera Fusion here. But one card in this hand is enough to beat the Swordsoul player altogether. We're going to activate a branded opening here. And what are we going to discard? Discarding the Big Wing? Discarding the Albaz, okay. Summoning out the Aluber. Aluber effect can activate here, searching for the branded fusion. We're going to activate the branded fusion here. Sending the Light Hex as well as Albaz. Let's go for the Albion. He explained this in his deck profile here, why he was playing this package. Going into the Albion here, and then you'll be able to activate the Albion effect, banishing them both. To summon out the Dragoon here. You know, not having to use a discard as well as, you know, having a dark doesn't really come up with the like carrying like a fiend. It might come up in the next, and like once we see a Govi. So maybe this weekend we'll see that change as well. But we're gonna be shooting off the Aluber for a Big Wing, and then Big Wing will activate here. So I forgot doing all this without a normal summon, getting the Gazelle as well as the Chimera Fusion, activating that, going here for the copy of the King of whatever Mythical Beasts, and then we'll get the effect that's going to be discarding one card from their hand. Then we're getting the Big Wing effect as well as the Gazelle effect here. So then we could search for the Quaddle, and that's going to search for the Mirror Swords Knight. Then we're going to add back the Miracle Fusion, the Chimera Fusion. Then we're going to set 3 and pass here, leaving one card in hand. I feel like I'd personally keep the Chimera Fusion in hand so that I can discard it off the Dragoon, but very nice. Then we're going to be discarding a card from their hand here, choosing a copy of Ecclesia there. Very nice card. Would be able to let us summon out here. But we're going to see during the draw phase, we're going to hit them with the Tikaboo, and do we have the Cosmic to prevent it? They're supposed to summon out the Vishuda here. We don't see it, and they can't even link away. Like, it's pretty much game over at this point unless we can draw into it, like Desires. I mean, if we had the Ecclesia, we could have normal summoned it and then gone for the Psychic End Punisher, but we're going to attempt to activate Desires here. Just going to go through. We're going to banish 10. Do we draw into a Duster here? Duster's really the only card. We have the Dragoon negate for it as well. So just going to pass on this most likely. And this game is pretty much over here. We're going to be seeing the Branded Chimera deck take the win here. There's zero chance that that the Swordsoul deck ends up taking the win here. We're going to also have the Mirror Swords Knight activating the effect, summoning with the Big Wing. And then we're going to activate the effect here. Searching for the Chimera Fusion as well as the Beast. And we have Quaddle as well to negate, as well as the Dragoon. Dragoon does not have a pop currently. We're going to Dragoon beat over, then Albion as well, Big Wing. This is like almost 6,000 or 7,000, so leaving them pretty much to nothing here, and they don't have any way to do it. I mean, if they set a card, well, we're going to see them set and summon out the Ashuna there. But we're going to see Dragoon go battle phase and then their attack for game. And they do not have enough, unfortunately, for them to end up hit-witting it here. So we're going to be seeing that the Branded Chimera deck's going to be able to win here. Taking game 3, we see a fist bump there. You know, we do like some sportsman-like plays. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Want to see some more content like this, let me know down in the comment section down below. And don't forget to stay safe. Peace.